These 50 musicians have come together from all over the country for 1 week, and they've learned, they've practiced, they've rehearsed, they've smiled, they've cried, and they've laughed to produce tonight. However, to put a course like this together, we need to have our own tribute to those people who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to put a course like this together. In support of the band, can I please ask you to put your hands together for our support team for this course, who quite simply have been a complete blessing. May I please ask these people to either rise in their places or come to the front. Flight Lieutenant Chris Gibbs, he's the CO of 333 Squadron, as well as being an accomplished and keen vocalist. Pilot Officer Melissa Kucha, she's the CO of 310 Squadron. Pilot Officer Hanny McGee, all the way from Perth. Corporal Melinda Struthers, who's the temporary CO of 312 Squadron, and she's our 344 Flight Training Officer. Leading aircraft woman Stephanie Bell, who's the Chief Instructor at 340 Squadron, and a vocal course instructor here at 344 Musicians Flight, and aircraftman Hayden Perry, who's a staff member at 310 Squadron. If you'd like to come to the front, please. They didn't know this. I have the power. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to this wonderful team for supporting this course. Thanks, folks. Thank you. The next song the band will perform is on a Hymnsong of Phillip Bliss, composed by David Holsinger. It's not an easy piece by any standards. In fact, it's often performed at the highest level of Australian band competitions. In November 1873, the wife of Horatio Spafford, a Chicago Presbyterian layman and successful businessman, lost his 4 daughters in a maritime collision whilst en route to Europe for a winter holiday. Spafford's grief was so profound, he penned a text with the words, "When sorrows like sea billows roll." But for the remainder of his text, he focused on the redemptive work of Christ and included the quote, "It is well with my soul." Hymn writer Phillip Bliss was so impressed with the experience and expression of Spafford's text that he shortly wrote music for it and published it in 1876. Whilst Bliss was widely regarded for writing words and music for his many gospel compositions, this was one of the exceptions. Tragically, in the same year as composing this last hymn of his, Bliss himself was killed in a train accident along with his wife. From the salvage of the wreckage, evangelist D.W. Whittle found an unfinished hymn which began, "I know not what awaits me, God kindly veils my eyes." This piece actually is one of the Salvation Army's longest everlasting hymns, and in particular the line, "It is well with my soul," features. To perform this piece, though, we need a highly competent conductor. Not to say that Squadron Leader Buckley isn't. Our next conductor is a man of his word, a passionate musician, and a breathtaking leader. Please welcome to the stage Flight Lieutenant Ben Simon. Flight Lieutenant Simon is the Flight Commander of 344 Musicians Flight and Detachment Commander for this course. Please enjoy On a Hymn Song.